If you are tired of eating the regular basic chicken and rice meals, today's segment of In the Kitchen with Krystal is for you. I am Krystal Taylor, the owner and CEO of Fitness is Not a Game. And today we are making chicken shawarma bowls. I have to tell you, I've never made it before. I don't even know if I've had it before, but it looked so interesting. I said, well, let's try it. The cool thing about this meal is that you can modify how you want it. It can pretty customizable. I'm doing chicken, but you can do steak and do all of that stuff. But also, you can choose what you want your base to be. Use rice, quinoa, cauliflower rice, or just eat it by itself. But I'm going to use quinoa, so I'm going to get that started first because it's going to be super easy peasy. So since I'm using quinoa, I'm going to use a good tricolor quinoa. I'm going to use about a cup of it. The thing with quinoa is that you want to make sure you range it off really, really well. So I'm about to measure out this cup. This looks like a real big old cup. I'm like, let me check to make sure that's only a cup. This is a huge cup. Am I tripping? Look at that. But that looks a little big. But okay, I digress. Look, I trust the people. I trust the manufacturers. Jeez. I don't know if I've ever had a cup this big, but all right. So I'm going to put this in my strainer. So that's what I have in the sink. Put this in the strainer, and I'm going to run some water, some just cold water over it just to get all the extra sediment out. And I'm putting this on first just because the chicken is going to be pretty quick and easy to cook, and even the toppings are going to be quick. So I want to get this going first because it's going to take about a good 12 to 15 minutes, somewhere around there. All right. So we did the ranch, get my pot. Now, this is the thing. This is my trick for whenever I cook any grains. Instead of using water, I like to use me some good old chicken broth. Because you gotta add flavor everywhere. People want to try to season it afterwards and wonder why it tastes funny and the season's on top of it. Yada yada yada. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna cook into it. So I think it's like rice where it's 2-to-1. Don't laugh at me because I gotta take my oh, wait a minute, hold on. I think I did it right. I think I did it wrong. Ha! Let's see. I gotta boil this first. Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and take this out of here. Ooh, don't judge me, people. Don't judge me, people. I will throw it back in here in the strainer. And then I will boil this broth first. And then I will put this here quinoa in there. I be telling y'all, look, I ain't no chef. I'm just a chick who likes food, but knows that food is a struggle for most. So I come on and I share ideas and tips with you all so that you can stay on track. All right. So we're gonna boil us some 2 cups of broth. Put this in here. And you know what? Just because, like, oh, shiza. Sorry if you know what that means. Oops. Just because I like to also add a little seasoning to the broth because that adds a little extra flavor as well to cook into the quinoa. Because why not? Why not have extra flavor throughout your entire meal so that you enjoy it? Yeah, and we don't have to do a lot with it. I'm just gonna add a little bit, probably just a little bit of table blend. So I like a little table blend just because it adds a little spice to it. And with this, this meal, it has a little kick, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and get this boiling so I can then put this quinoa up in here. I'm gonna get that to the back. All right. So I did something for this meal that I typically don't ever do. I like to do every single thing live with you so that you can see how long it actually takes and all of that good stuff. Because a lot of people say, well, Chris, I don't cook because I don't have a lot of time, so I try to do everything within 30 minutes. But I did it because I wanted the full flavor. What did I do? I went ahead and marinated my chicken overnight. Typically, I would season it with y'all, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get all the benefits, and I'm going to season this up last night. So what is in here? A whole bunch of smells. All right. So I actually have a blend of chicken thighs and a breast, right? Chopped it up. And the reason why I chopped it up is because we said before that when they're in smaller pieces, they tend to cook faster, right? As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and get this pan warming up. We about to throw this up in here while I'm telling y'all what's in here. All right. So I like to chop it up so it'll cook faster. Can you cook it as a breast or a full thigh? Sure you can. But it's gonna take a little longer. And you're like, is it done? Is it not? Whatever. Blah blah blah. You can do it in strips too, but chunks are even smaller than strips. So then I use some extra virgin olive oil on it, and that's good too because one, it helps for to the seasonings to bind to the chicken and to like get all up in there. Plus, you don't have to use any extra while you're cooking it. But for the marinade, I used a tablespoon of lemon juice. You see my lemon. I did pull everything out so y'all can see how many ingredients there were. So a tablespoon of lemon juice. I used some cumin. So we did like 2 teaspoons of some cumin. Then I used, let me tell you what I did with this. I used some ginger because it will tell you to, sometimes like if you find a regular recipe, they talk about using turmeric. I didn't have any ground turmeric. I have turmeric supplements, but they're not the same, right? So instead of using turmeric, what I did was to sort of match that flavor profile. I used some ginger. Don't ask me how much. And this is a ginger paste. You can use ground ginger. If you use ground ginger, I think it's about a quarter teaspoon or something like that. But because this isn't as concentrated, I gave me some good squeezes until it smelled good. Then I added some paprika, and I used 2¼ teaspoons for that. We had a little chili powder. Y'all see all these flavors? Y'all see all these flavors? Half a teaspoon of that. And then, y'all, the flavor keeps coming because I added some cinnamon, another quarter teaspoon of that. And then we keep it with the flavor. We got some allspice. I love me some allspice. A half a teaspoon of that. And then last up, we love us some garlic powder and did a teaspoon of that. So this is what I use to marinate. And this is what it looks like, turning like a little pasty. And I'm excited to try it. So let's get to it. So we can see what this is gonna be like, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and brown this. We got the if you just came in, hey, say hey to you, girl. Let me know where you're watching from. But we're making chicken shawarma bowls, and I'm using quinoa as my base. So I have some reduced sodium chicken broth boiling, will come into a boil to cook my quinoa in, as opposed to using water. Water is boring. Water is bland. That's part of the reason why a lot of folks don't enjoy healthy eating, because they're like, everything is so boring, it's so bland. Well, you cooking it boring, you cooking it bland. So what I did was I used a little table blend seasoning, put that inside of the broth so that when I drop this quinoa in here, it cooks into the quinoa and we get that extra flavor. All right, just boiling, get this thing going. It ain't boiling like I want it to boil. Everything seems like it's going slow. I'm gonna let that thing boil. But in the meantime, let's talk about what we're going to put in these in the bowls. So I'm gonna move all these seasons out the way so that we can prepare the toppings, and we're gonna make our own dressing. I'm gonna need that. We're gonna prepare our own dressing for it too. Okay. Now the chicken sound like it's trying to cook. Hallelujah, blessed be. So I'm like, what y'all not finna do is embarrass me up on this thing today. Acting like you don't wanna I'm gonna grab a few bowls, like you don't wanna cook. Like it's gonna take forever, because that's not the case. All right. So I grabbed a few bowls. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make the sauce first, the dressing. For this dressing, all we need is some Greek yogurt, some plain Greek yogurt, some more lemon juice. You can use a clove of garlic if you want to, but I just like to buy minced garlic. And then I'm also, again, going to use some table blend just because I love the spice of it. I really do. So, matter of fact, hold on. Pause. Hold, please. I'm thirsty. Cheers. All right, I hear my meat cooking a little bit. Let me see if I can throw this quinoa in here real quick. There we go. There it is. It's boiling. Huh. Fan came on by itself. All right, then. Come on, safety measure. I'm here for it. Let me drop this quinoa in this here boiling what's this? Broth. All right. Now let me check to see if I need to do anything else. Been a minute since I cooked my quinoa, but I like this quinoa. All right, let me check. Don't judge me. I gotta take off my glasses. Combine, blah blah blah. Reduce to simmer. There we go. And I was gonna let this thing boil. All right. So reduce that to a good simmer. Man, this chicken smells amazing. And then, well, I don't know where it came from. I feel a fan, but I didn't do that. All right, we're letting this chicken do its thing. Just making sure it's evenly distributed. All right. So for our dressing, we are going to use about 3/4 cups of yogurt. Honestly, I'm just going to use what I got left up in here. Let me rinse off my spatula. There wasn't none on that quinoa. Right? Get this up in here, stir it up, get that, because it'll start settling. And plus, that doggone measuring cup so big, I don't want to put my nose in it. That's about 1/4 of a cup. That's about 1/2 a cup. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. There we go. I can eyeball. That's about 3/4. I still got a little bit left. Now we're going to add some lemon juice, about a tablespoon. And this is a nice big old tablespoon. Uh-oh. All right. All right, all right, all right. And we're going to do the same thing for our garlic. So, y'all know I love me some garlic. I'm going to try not to go super crazy on my garlic, though. I make no promises. Give me a regular size tablespoon of garlic. Sort of wish I had like a minced garlic, so that it just sort of blended up in there. Cause that's on. I mean, not a minced garlic, a ground garlic. Because with the minced garlic, you know, you can get a little chunky. But you know, I'll allow it because I like garlic. And you see, I'm add me some good table blend. So that's it. We stirred it up. And if you want to, if you feel like it's too thick, you can add a little more water to it to thin it out. But it's sort of like the texture and the consistency of like was it tzatziki? Like if you got a gyro, sort of like that. Super easy. We're gonna taste this though to make sure we actually like it before we put it on our meat. But I like how it looks though. Hey, I love it. I see my people coming in. Hey y'all, hey. Say hi to you, girl. Don't have me up in here all 5 miles lonesome. And let me know where you're watching from. All right, let's see about it. That's good. I feel like it's missing something though. Let me think about it. I definitely taste the garlic, as we should. So that's the thing about Greek yogurt, it sort of grabs whatever you give it. I want to add something else though. I don't know what it is. Not more lemon juice. It doesn't need to be more tart, but it's missing something. But I'm afraid to add too much to it because of all the other flavors that are going to come with the chicken and all of that stuff. But I do feel like something is missing. What is it? Maybe a little bit of onion and herb. Let's see. I like it, but it's something that's missing. You know what? I feel like it needs some type of little slightly salty something. I don't know what it is. I sort of want to do a celery salt, but I don't know if I want to do celery salt. I'm gonna give it a little bit. I'm gonna give it a little with this Himalayan salt and pepper mix from Gotcha Seasoning. Shout out to Gotcha Seasoning, just a little bit. Because I feel like it's just a little bit of something that's missing. Because I want to get that a little bit of salt. And it's interesting because I typically don't even like salt or want salt, but I feel like it just needs like just a little bit. And y'all, salt is not the problem. One, you see I'm using Himalayan salt. I usually use Himalayan or kosher. Um, but it's just a little bit too. Y'all be going too hard with the doggone salt. And that becomes the problem. All right, I'm gonna mix that up. Let's see. That's better. I'm gonna let that sit. We're gonna see about it. I can't say that I'm super duper like, yeah. Not yet. But we'll see though, because we still got to put all the other stuff together. And we'll see what I think about it when all of it comes together. My chicken is looking pretty. Chicken is looking pretty. We're gonna go ahead and start mixing this up. Letting it cook on the other side. Quinoa is doing its own thing. We ain't got to mess with that, I don't think. We let that thing cook. See how they're still doing a little boil. This smells so good. Yeah, this smells official. This smells official. This smells like I'm at an Indian restaurant. Don't let your girl find out. She can start cooking Indian cuisine. What? What? I'm here for it. Oh, it smells so good. No. Mm, mm, mm. Look, I swear I love trying different foods, trying different flavor palettes. Once I saw the allspice, I was like, yes, please, because I love me some allspice. That's like one of the main ingredients in my jerk seasoning blend. And then you put it with the cinnamon. Come on now. Look. Woo. My garlic powder. Yeah. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Make sure all this meat is flipped so it can be browned all the way in all the places. All right. Let that cook, let it do its thing. All right, so we have our sauce ready. To the side, it was just Greek yogurt, lemon juice, a little minced garlic. Then I added some table blend, I think some onion and herb blend, and then a little Himalayan salt and pepper blend. All right, so the fan said it's done. So now, once the quinoa is done, we're going to layer the quinoa. Then we're going to put our meat on top of it, and then we're going to put our vegetables on there and the sauce. So what are the vegetables? Easy peasy. We have some cucumber, we have some tomato, and then we have the red onion. So while all of this is still cooking, let's go ahead and dice these up so that we just do a quick layer. Actually, let me get another little bowl. So I'm gonna go ahead and shred my well, is that shred? Get the cucumber red, whatever you want to call it. Peel it. Child. Sometimes I'm like, what's the word we want? I know the word. Hey. Bird's eye view. Ooh. Come on now. All right. I like a little good music in the background. So it's always funny that y'all can't hear it, but I can. And you can't hear it because I ain't got time for the internet gangsters to come get me for copyright infringement. Shut down my stuff. Negative. All right, so I'm just gonna dice these cucumbers first. And I probably don't even need this whole thing, but we'll see. And this cool thing, you know, like if you want to, you can do like a little just like how we do taco bowls and taco parties or whatever. You can do the same thing with this, all the different toppings. So people can decide how much they want to put on their own, right? Again, you can use more, use a little bit less. Yeah, that's be it. Easy to meal prep. Let me go ahead and get me some tomatoes together. I love me some. Ooh, look at this big pretty baby right here. So pretty. Get some of those inside. It's so funny when I buy these, I just go ahead and wrench off the whole thing because I know I'm just like want to cook and eat them. And I know some people who actually just leave theirs on the counter and they snack on them. You know, it's much better to snack than some of the other stuff y'all can be eating, right? I ain't said no names because I don't know the names. I'm just saying, just give you an idea. So just dicing up some tomatoes. The chicken is cooking pretty doggone well. Looks good. The quinoa, I'm hoping it's cooking pretty well. I'm trying to let it do its thing so I don't mess it up. And we shall see. Made our sauce. Now we're just getting the toppings together. Now, hopefully, by the time I get done chopping these up, the quinoa will be ready so we can get to assembling our bowls. And then we're going to taste it because I've never had one, but I'm very interested. If anybody just came in, like, what's a one? The chicken shawarma bowl that we're making today. I marinated the chicken with a blend of a whole bunch of seasonings. We use some lemon juice. We use some allspice, some cumin, some cinnamon, some ginger, some chili powder, garlic powder, and paprika. So marinated that overnight so that the flavors could get all up in there. That's what did. But you don't have to do it all night. But you do want to try to marinate, just like with any marinade, you want it to marinate for about at least 30 minutes so that the flavors can, get up in there, get to know each other, get on married, and say, hey, let's do the best thing that we can do. Because if not, the flavors are just sitting on top. Y'all got to forgive me this. This ain't don't want to come up out here. But if you don't let it marinate for at least 30 minutes, the flavors are essentially just sitting on top. Oh, that's still good. Sitting on top of the meat. And we don't want that. We want it to get on up in there because, again, the whole goal is for you to enjoy every single bite. You are supposed to have flavors like penetrating your mouth. That sounds a little nasty. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be like, oh, I taste this, I taste that, and it's good at every level. It's not about it being just surface, right? You want to really enjoy it. And I actually dice these onions, but you could also thinly slice them. Like, 'cause I love a good thinly sliced onion too, and I meant to thinly slice them, but I got so caught up in dicing that that's just what happened. All right, so let's check on this quinoa to see if we are about ready to see if we can start assembling these bowls. It's still boiling, y'all. Look, I know you lying. It's so much liquid still in there. Don't tell me I'm gonna have to come back and be like, y'all, the quinoa finally done. This is what we did. That is hilarious. Because it shouldn't take that long. But I'm like, did I use that much? But it's boiling up in there. But that's the thing about quinoa. Sometimes it'll be boiling, boiling, boiling. It's like all this liquid. And then you look up and it's gone. Let me see. Reduce simmer cooker to translucent. Yeah. That's hilarious. Because I'm like, I've cooked quinoa and a lot of times. And I know what to do and how it's supposed to look. But this is looking a little juicy. Looking a little juicy, but we gonna see about it. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Yeah, that's hilarious. I feel like what else should I do with you and for you while this is cooking? Just because I know what we can't talk about. All right. So the reason why I do this show, right? Well, this segment or whatever you want to call it, is because so many people truly, truly struggle when it comes to what they're eating, right? They want to eat better, but they're afraid that they have to keep eating the basic regular chicken and rice, bland chicken and rice, bland broccoli, all of that good stuff. So I do this segment to show you all that you can still truly enjoy what you're eating, but still enjoy what you see in the mirror. And I tell people all the time that a lot of times it's really just an adjustment of how you are preparing your food, right? It's not that you can't eat the foods, it's just an adjustment for how you prepare the foods. So that's why I always encourage you all, stock up on your seasonings, stock up on your herbs and your spices, pull more away from the salts and the sauces, and use these herbs and spices to, like I said, to play around with the flavors that you're experiencing, right? And so I talk also about cooking with broth as opposed to cooking with water. Ask yourself, what are some different ways that I can add more flavor to this meal that doesn't require me adding a whole bunch of extra calories or extra fat, right? If I have these extra flavors, then I don't have to worry about adding all these extra sauces and cheeses, right? Because that's where people are struggling. It's not what you eat, it's how often you eat it and how you're eating it. You can fry some food, that's fine. But if you're eating fried food every day, what do you expect to happen? Yeah, you can have some cheese, but if you put cheese on top of everything every day, what you think gonna happen? You can have some salt and some sugar, but if you do that every single day, again, what you think gonna happen? All right. So the chicken is basically almost done. All the juices are cooking out, like all the extra stuff. It looks and smells amazing, nice and brown chunks. All right. I'm crossing my fingers at this quinoa. I need to stop opening it up. It's looking a little better. It's looking a little better. I'm gonna go ahead and get this here bowl. We're gonna cross our fingers. I don't want to get. I was gonna get a big old bowl just because I think the big bowls are pretty. They can show it out, right? But that's also an issue, y'all. You have to be mindful of your serving sizes, and a lot of times it's really about the size dish that you make. Use. If you get a bigger dish for your meal, your brain is telling you that you need a whole bunch of food. So you're adding all these extra calories. So that I'll show you what I chose to use versus what I was going to use, right? Drink up. All right, so initially I was gonna get my big pretty red bowl. See? Pretty, right? But it makes me want to add a whole bunch of stuff. Whereas honestly, this is all we need for serving size. Look at the difference. You can fill this up and feel like you're full, and it still probably won't be half of this, if that, right? So just think about that the next time you are preparing your meal. All right, so let's cross our fingers on this here quinoa. That's why I started the quinoa early, so we ain't had this to try to avoid this tomfoolery. Got me over here just feel like I'm just doing a doggone weapon or something with some food cooking in the background. I know it's gonna take this long. I still see it bubbling. I know it's gonna take this long. I'd have made an extra meal or something. At this point, I feel like I need to go ahead and prep my yogurt and all that stuff for the week. Right? Jeez. Let me see. Yeah, it's getting there though. It's getting there. Independent, honestly. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see something. Because nobody said that it had to cook all the liquid out. It's a matter of how you like yours because it is translucent. I told y'all, like, I feel like there was a lot. Hey, dress hang on this. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's how I like it. There we go. There we go. So now we about to assemble this thing because it's a little juicy. I'm gonna use a slotted spoon because I don't want all the juice up in here, but I ain't mad at it though. Oh yeah. Okay then. Okay then. Get my quinoa. Yeah. I can't even tell y'all what I'm listening to right now. All right, so got me a little serving of my we're gonna start assembling. Got my quinoa, grabbing some of this here chicken that was marinated all night. Look here, I'm so excited for this doggone chicken. It's ridiculous. That means it's about 3 ounces of chicken. You can get a little more in there. All right, and then we're just gonna top it with our it's gonna be fresh like a gyro, like with our diced tomatoes. We're gonna throw our diced cucumbers on there. Oh, child, wait a is Krystal getting excited? You probably gonna say, Chris, you're always excited about food. Mind your business. Don't judge me. Putting a little bit of onion on here, and then we're gonna drizzle this with sauce on here. And the sauce is just Greek yogurt, lemon juice, some minced garlic, and some other seasonings. So I'm just, this is like a gyro in a bowl. Ooh, okay. Don't judge me, but I feel so excited. Y'all. And the cool thing with the Greek yogurt is that, it's the good fat and it's adding protein. It's not like using all that other stuff we use. Okay, let's see about this. Let's try this, y'all. Hey, where's my little fork? Woohoo. Look at that. So pretty. Can you see it? You can. Look. So pretty. All right. Let's try it. So I want a little bit of everything. Quinoa, tomato, cucumber, sauce, and chicken, of course. Oh, wait a minute. Some fell off. Try it. Onion. Onion. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I know some people like, I don't like blending flavors, man. Give me all the flavors together. I want to have a whole experience. Let's see. Mm. Ooh, look. And I'll tell you, that chicken. Mm. That chicken. Oh, come on, cucumber. Mm-hmm. That chicken is so tender and moist. Y'all. Uh-oh. Got a new one. Got another one I like. I still want to play around with the sauce a little bit more. But I need to perfect me a good Greek yogurt based tzatziki sauce because I love a good gyro. If I can get it right with some Greek yogurt, yes, ma'am. Let's see, one more bite. I like it. I like that a lot because, excuse me, it's hearty but light at the same time. You can tell it's healthful and it's good for you. Come on, allspice and come through. But there's so many flavors that it's like, oh yeah, you got the slight crunch of the quinoa, nice moist chicken. It's a winner. It's a winner. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and cook that quinoa just a little bit more. Go ahead and have it all because I don't mind it being that way. I just didn't want it syrupy. I didn't want a soup. So I'm going to cook that out. But yeah, super easy. We just made chicken shawarma bowls, marinated the chicken overnight, cooked some quinoa, put that quinoa at the base. As the base, you can use rice or anything else you want to. Put the chicken on top, put a little diced tomato, diced cucumber, a little red onion on there, made a little quick sauce, and that's it. That's all. So hope you try it. Please try it. Expand your flavor palette. Get out of just eating the same things over and over again because you never know what you'll find. All right. So, Krystal Taylor, this has been In the Kitchen with Krystal, and I hope to see you next week. But if you have to go outside, please be safe. I just want you healthy. I want you happy, and I want you here. All right, y'all. See you next time.